Good Saturday morning, everybody. This is January the 16th, and we took a drive up to western North Carolina. We are currently in Soco Gap, which is just above Maggie Valley and Cherokee, actually between the two, intersection with the Blue Ridge Parkway. We're actually at a little overlook off of the Blue Ridge Parkway now, and we thought this would be a great day to come to the mountains and do a video, and we want to bring you some of the beauty of western North Carolina in the wintertime. Okay, here we are at the Soco Gap overlook. We're at an elevation right now of 4,570 feet. And I want you to notice these rhododendrons here with the snow on them, how they're all curled up like a cigar. And rhododendrons do that when it gets really cold. That's what they do in the wintertime on a cold night. They just kind of curl up. They don't have a blanket to curl up under, so they curl up with themselves. And it's just a beautiful day up here at Soco Gap above Maggie Valley and Cherokee. Okay, this is as far as you can go on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Here is the barricade. Now, this sign over here, it shows Mount Pisgah, 47 miles, and Asheville, 71 miles. And that's, of course, if you travel the Blue Ridge Parkway, Asheville's not 71 miles via Interstate 40. But I want to say a word about Mount Pisgah. There are only 2 inns on the entire Blue Ridge Parkway where you can overnight. Mount Pisgah is one of those. We actually brought you some of those video clips in our October drive of the Blue Ridge Parkway. So if you're interested in Mount Pisgah, you can check that out. But this is as far as you can go today on the Blue Ridge Parkway because of the barricade.
And the reason is because of the 469 miles of the parkway, that is the highest points of the parkway.
That's correct. Past this barricade here are the highest points on the entire 469 mile stretch, topping out at just over 6,000 feet in elevation. Right now we're at 4,570, I think it said, but it does climb higher, and the higher you get, the more treacherous it gets. I would say at the higher elevations, you're looking at 6-7 inches. I know Newfound Gap in the Smokies was reporting in with 8.8 this morning, so we're not going to be able to get up there because the Smokies Road is closed. This is as high as we're going to be able to get today, but it's absolutely beautiful right here. Snow still lightly falling. People up here enjoying it. And since the road is closed, children can get out in the road and sled down it and having a lot of fun. I want y'all to look down through there. That is part of the mountains to see hiking trail. And just a beautiful, beautiful day. I wish I was going hiking after seeing this. Everything's snow covered, the trees, the rhododendrons. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a sign for the Blue Ridge Parkway. Again, just a beautiful day to be up here. So we were talking about what we're going to do today. We're going to go down and walk the streets of Waynesville here in a little bit. But I think we're going to head on over to Cherokee and maybe try to hike to Mingo Falls. It's a very short hike. I can only imagine how beautiful it is with all the rain at the beginning of the week, plus the snowfall now. I'll pan around here and show you just the beautiful snow-covered grassy areas. Also, there's the Blue Ridge Parkway, where it intersects with Highway 19 at Soco Gap. We are actually on the Haywood and Jackson County line here in western North Carolina. And just to my right, as I'm panning that way, you can't see the sign just yet, but that's the beginning of the boundary of the Cherokee Indian Reservation. So we just wanted to ride up here today and take in the beauty and bring you, hopefully, a good video of it. Now there was a sign back there to watch for elk, and I know you're supposed to watch for bear, but let's see what this is coming out of the woods over here. Oh, that is my beautiful wife who just turned 46 2 days ago. She walked on up there to get some pictures. What you doing? Getting pictures? You get some nice ones?
I think I did.
All right, well, you're on video. Okay, well, now our next thing we're going to do today on our day in Western North Carolina is we're going to take a hike in the snow. Now, it's not a big hike, but we've already done a review on this 2 years back. We thought today with the snow would be a beautiful backdrop, so we're going to hike to Mingo Falls. Now, that's located on the Cherokee Indian Reservation just outside of the National Park boundary. It's a beautiful waterfall. If you're in Cherokee, we highly recommend you seeing it. So that's what we're going to do today, so stay with us. Okay, this is how the hike starts off at these stairs.
Exactly 160 of them. We counted them ourselves.
Yeah, so whatever you read online, you can read anything online about how many steps there are. We personally counted them. So there are 160 steps.
And it's real easy. Once you get to the top, the hike from there to the falls is
Yeah,
fine.
the steps.
This is the hard part.
This is the hard part, is these initial steps. Once you get these, you got it licked. It's just a little short walk to the platform. So we're going to begin, but look how beautiful again it is up through the woods there. You want to be careful on these steps when there is snow and ice. Last time we were here, they were a solid sheet of ice, and it does not look to be that way today, just snow. So just be careful. Going to pause and get a little bit of the creek flowing below the falls here. Now, most of the steps are pretty safe, but you do want to be aware around the wooden part, there is still some slush and some snow. Pretty slick, but on the concrete part, pretty good. Anytime you hike up here in these conditions, use extra caution. Okay, we just got to the top of the 160 steps, and again, they are covered with ice a little bit, more so the higher you go. I won't lie to you, you get winded coming up those steps. It really is a good little climb. 160 of them. Again, we counted them, so we know that's how many there are. But, and interestingly enough, there's a bench right here at the top of the steps. So if you need a rest, there's a good place to do it. And this is the path. We're almost at the falls now. Just a little short walk. Just be careful with your footing. There's a lot of rocks, but it's short and it's not steep from here on. We can hear the creek down below, and like I say, we just got done climbing the steps.
I thought the steps didn't seem as long. It was shorter,
well,
time-wise.
It was. That's because I didn't have to carry you this time.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's the first time Shauncey's ever walked in by herself.
Okay. I was able to do it today.
Yeah, no, it's not. But she usually does lag behind a little. This time she was only 3 or 4 minutes behind me.
I was right.
No, actually like 5 seconds. So, yeah. Again, you just want to be careful, especially. It's not bad today. The last time we were here 2 years ago, it was a solid sheet of ice. This path was treacherous. Not so much today.
Well, because there's a lot of little streams crossing over too.
Yeah, there are. And last time, it was solid. You can go back to that other video, just Icy Hike to Mingo Falls is what it's called, from 2 years back. And you can see how icy the trail was that day. Right there was somewhat of a little stretch there that was kind of treacherous. We've only been walking about 5 minutes since the steps, but the one thing about these rocks that you want to be particularly careful is that they're sharp rocks. So if you do fall, it's going to hurt, you know. So just, again, watch your footing and be careful. I can't say that enough. So let me just pan around here and get some of the beauty once again. We're on the last leg of the hike now, so let's proceed on. Coming into view now is the platform where you view Mingo Falls, and that does show the end of our hike. Now I'm going to be showing you the falls here in just a second. folks. There are the beautiful Mingo Falls.
That's not the falls. Look behind you.
Behind me. Oh.
Look up there.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, she's not. There is Mingo Falls. Yeah. Very full today. One final shot of Mingo Falls here. Chauncey, what do you think of the falls? I know we've been here like 25 times.
I think they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
The best times to come are when there's snow or in the fall.
Yeah.
When the leaves are turning.
You want the falls to be full, so like rain.
You do. If you've had a lot of precipitation earlier in the week, you're in for a show. If it's not raining in a while, it can be a trickle.
Yeah.
But today they're nice and full. And one more pan around shot here before we go. This is the platform. I don't think I got anything on the platform. So get back up a little bit and show you that. This is where you observe the falls from.
And apparently there's an actual hike because it said the trail
There is.
is closed for repair, but I never really.
I don't know the name of the trail. It don't even look like a trail to me, but it apparently is. It says closed for repair.
I don't know where it goes or how far.
I don't either. But anyway, beautiful day here at Mingo Falls. So we'll do a closeout when we get to the bottom. Actually, I don't know if this is going to be a separate review, so we'll play it by ear. But anyway, thank y'all for watching this segment of the video. I hope you enjoy it. If you're in or around the Cherokee Indian Reservation, this is definitely worth your drive. It's about 5 miles outside of Cherokee, down Big Cove Road. Just watch for the signs. You'll pass several campgrounds, and just watch for the signs for Mingo Falls. Okay, on our way back over to Waynesville now, and we decided to stop off here at Soco Falls on Highway 19 on the Cherokee Indian Reservation. We thought this would also be a pretty waterfall to show you today. There's several inches of snow here, more than there was back at Mingo Falls. So we're going to walk down to the Soco Falls right here. It's actually an easier and shorter walk even than Mingo Falls is. So we're going to be bringing you some, hopefully, really nice scenery at a waterfall here in just a second. Really watch for the signs for Soco Falls on Highway 19 as you're ascending out of Cherokee up to Soco Gap. It's just a little blue sign marking where the pull-off is. And apparently they haven't decided if they're going to go down yet. So, yeah, there's other people. They said they hadn't decided if they were going to do it. So I told them to watch us and see if we live. So it is pretty treacherous. I'm going to lie to you. A little bit of ice on the trail right here. Looking down through the woods, there's a good 4, maybe 5 inches of snow, even some areas right down through here. Okay, after about a 5-minute walk in snow, it's actually not even that. Before it snows, there's a little observation platform right here. Now, we're going to walk out on that and view the falls first. There's actually a better vantage point. You have to walk down the embankment a little bit. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to do that. We'll see. But again, a lot more snow here than there was back at Mingo Falls. Looks like that's a good 4 inches of snow right there, maybe a little more even. Here is Soco Falls. to walk down to the other vantage point. I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I thought I would at least pause right here and let you see the river. They do have these cables to hold on to. I actually did fall going down this trail one time and it wasn't even snow, it was just muddy. So I'm debating on whether I want to risk that again. I think I may try it and go as far as I can. Hopefully bring you a better shot of the falls. Okay, I was able to make it, so I want to bring you a better view of the waterfall. These cables, I will say that the one time I came down here and slipped and fell, either I didn't use the cables or they weren't there, but they helped immensely. I didn't really have any problems coming down at all. See that branch right above my head there, how beautiful that is. I love days like this, folks. I'll tell you, the clouds have moved out, the skies are brilliant blue. The sun's back out. I was kind of hoping it would continue to snow all day. It looks like the storm has passed through, but look at the beauty it left behind. One more shot of Soco Falls before I send back up. Just looking back at the snow-covered mountains. Alright, crossing back across Soco Gap. It has stopped snowing. Entering back into Haywood County and heading down into Maggie Valley. From here, we're going to go over to Waynesville, walk around a little bit, have some lunch, and hopefully just be able to make an enjoyable video. We've had a good time today so far.
We have.
Witnessing the beauty of the snowfall. So we're heading down now off of Soco Gap into Maggie Valley, and I'll let you see some of the scenery that offers. There is some actually really nice scenery coming down into Maggie Valley.
Yeah, around one of these curves you can see where Ghost Town was.
You can see the old, used to be called the Red Devil roller coaster. It's not even red anymore. Ghost Town's a sad story. That was a neat Western themed theme park that was around even actually until we got married a few years after that. We went several times when our boys were small.
That was my first roller coaster.
Seriously?
It was.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, but they had gunfights there in the street, a lot of shows. But just look at the beauty of those mountains coming off of Soco Gap here. But yeah, Ghost Town, we miss it. It was a fun place. It's been closed down now for several years. There's always a rumor every so often that it's been bought and somebody's going to open it back up. But it's still not open. Wouldn't be open this time of year anyway, but just some of the scenery here on Highway 19 coming down into Maggie Valley. Beautiful peaks. Covered in snow. There's nothing like winter in western North Carolina. Nothing like fall in western North Carolina.
That's true. We've got some beautiful seasons.
There's just nothing like western North Carolina. You can come up here in the summer and get out of the heat that we get at home. It's never as hot up here. Come up here and see snow even when we don't have any at home. The leaves turn up here earlier than they do at home. Just a lot to like about this area.
That's ghost town up there, ain't it?
Yeah, you can barely see it.
Yeah.
It's actually a yellow roller coaster.
If it
now.
was red, it would stand out against the snow. But
Yes, it would. A lot of these little shops on the side of the road, some of them are open in the warmer months, some of them have shut down and just still buildings still standing there. But Maggie Valley is a beautiful place. We like to come up here sometimes just overnight, eat at J. Arthur's or eat at Haywood Smokehouse. And then there's that Cafe Italiano. Those are our 3 go-to restaurants up here. All of them are good. We've done reviews on all of them. We were actually discussing which one of them we're going to eat at today, or if we're going to try something we haven't tried before. I just can't think of anything else I'd want to. I'm sure there's other good stuff.
Oh, I'm sure there are, yeah.
We're just descending off into the valley now. All right, coming down into Maggie Valley, you've got the Tube World place right here. You got snow tubing off to the right. Good day for that.
I just saw a sign back there. It said Ice Festival here in Maggie Valley on the 28th, which is a Saturday. They have ice sculpting.
Oh, wow.
We're going to be in Gatlinburg that weekend.
We
are we not?
Yes, we are.
I need to find more about that. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, see what they do there. I didn't know they had anything like
I didn't
that
either. I
right
just saw a little sign. I get to read all of it.
The snow is starting to melt off because the sun's out. When we came through here a couple of hours ago, there was a solid 2-3 inches on the ground here.
And it was still falling. It was still
It was
kind
still,
of cloudy.
it was actually still flurrying a little bit, but now the sun's coming out, so we're going to get out in Waynesville a little bit. Don't know if we're even going to go in stores. I was actually just wanting to walk the streets in the snow, but there may not be much left by then. So, snow can stick around up here for a while, but when the sun comes out bright like this, temperature's probably warmed up in the 30s by now. So that's going to take care of a lot of it, except in the shady areas.
Still very pretty to look at.
Yeah. Our Place Inn, under new management. Thank God for that. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. I've started to make several videos on this place before, but I just didn't because I didn't want to come off wrong. That Our Place Inn used to be owned by a great family. I didn't know them, but everybody liked them. A couple that stayed there, some leftist kind of weirdo people. The guy ended up setting himself on fire there one night and suing the owners, and as a settlement they were awarded ownership of that place, and they basically turned it into, what would you call it, a hate message against law enforcement. They had on their signs the initials ACAB. I'm not going to tell you what that means, but they basically just hated police officers. So that prompted all the other places in town to put on their signs, "We support law enforcement," or "We back the blue," to counter what these people were saying. And they ended up closing down because the woman, it was a married couple, one of the women who hated law enforcement, she died under mysterious circumstances. Young girl. They found her dead. And her husband was actually a suspect, but I think he was basically never charged. So that place is under new management now, and hopefully, it's been closed for about 10 months, maybe a year. Hopefully it'll be some decent people that owns it this time, because they kind of stood out in the community for their hatred for law enforcement. You know, so kind of glad that place is gone. I'm not glad anybody passed away, but I'm glad that place is no longer owned by them. Anyway, riding down through Maggie Valley, coming up on J. Arthur's up here on the right. As y'all know from our reviews, especially our Christmas review, this is our probably overall, I'm not speaking for her, I'll say me, favorite restaurant anywhere.
I would agree with you 100%.
There's something about coming here at Christmas time that's just, I don't know, it actually adds to the experience. You saw the beautiful decorations in that review. I've heard they do it really nice for fall. We've not been in the fall yet. So.
We've been in the summer.
We came in the summer one time and sat outside on the front porch because they're also pet friendly outside. So, just all around great place to eat. There's not much about J. Arthur's I don't like. So, anyway, we're going to be taking a ride up here and heading on over into Waynesville. So stay with us.
There is a house up here that Derek and I have always loved, especially in the snow. It's always so pretty and so peaceful looking. It's just very, we don't know who lives there, but it's just very nice.
Alright, coming down into the beautiful town of Waynesville, North Carolina. And I love the town of Waynesville. I love the downtown area. Just really nice, surrounded by Great Smoky and Blue Ridge Mountains.
It is very nice.
Kind of driving right into the sun now, but we are coming up into downtown Waynesville, and we're just going to get out and walk the streets a little bit. There are some really neat stores in Waynesville. I don't know if we're going to go to them today. There's a mass general store, a couple bakeries. There's actually a vintage, what do you call it, like retro store with all like metal signs and stuff like that. So take a right here, and we are in downtown. Actually, we're probably not even going to get out and walk downtown today. We thought we'd have no problem finding parking on the streets. As you can see, that's not the case. So we're just going to drive through, let you see the little downtown area. I'm trying to remember, did we do I think we did a video walkthrough of here
I
back.
think we did, yeah.
Not this past Christmas or December, but the year before that. I think we did. That night we had actually stayed. I'll drive up here and turn around there at a little motel called the Oak Park Inn. Old motel, but actually really nice, convenient.
Nice.
They decorated it really pretty. There's a bakery right there attached to it with all kinds of sweet stuff in it.
Then we can turn around right there. How about that?
That's what. Are you at the bakery? Turning around with her, turning around at the bakery is always dangerous because you don't just make one turnaround. You normally
just go ahead and make a stop.
There's
right
a little
here.
delay in between the turnaround there. So, but anyway, we'll turn around there at the motel. We're going to do a review there, and I never posted it. I think just because it didn't turn out good or something, or maybe I lost some of the footage. But we will go back there again and do a review. It's nothing fancy, just a basic, simple motel, but it's actually very reasonably priced.
And they decorate it nice at Christmas.
They decorate it nice at Christmas, and you can just walk right down into town.
Yes.
And we thoroughly enjoyed our time there. Right here it is, Oak Park Inn.
Is the bakery open?
I hope not. It says open, but yeah, there's the bakery. So anyway, we'll turn around right here. This is a neat little place if you're in Waynesville. I would encourage you to give it a try. We enjoyed it. So I guess we're going to be making a stop at the bakery. I think we had room 35 right there. Seemed like we walked up those steps right into our room.
Yep.
So,
Looks like they got lights going around all the windows and doors and stuff. I don't remember that. I remember the trees and stuff.
They must have decorated better this past year. So we'll have to make a trip back up here in December. But we're going to stop off at the bakery and take care of our sweet tooth.
Do you want anything?
Alright, so we just parallel parked here in front of the motel office. So we'll check out this bakery and see what they got. Anyway, here's the sign for the Oak Park Inn. Really, really charming. I think charming is the word for it. Not fancy, but charming, especially when it's decorated. So, if you want something close to town, this is it. And it says, come in, we are open. Nice little seating area. I don't know that you'd want to sit there right now, but it's called, let me go over here and get the sign. It's actually called Candies, Cakes, and Bake Shop, right here connected to the Oak Park Inn.
Well, not that I know of right now.
Okay.
We're closing at 3, that's a special time. Oh, how are you, sir?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what we got last time.
I
It was
know,
so good.
I know.
Kind of hard to choose one or two things. Cream horns. Oh, look at those.
Yes, these are pretty amazing.
Yeah, this was a mistake. But it was a good mistake. Yeah, what I was talking about, look at those. Look at those strawberry cream cheese. Cream horns down there. I believe I'm going to try one of those. Okay, $14 and something later. We have a little bit of an assortment here.
So we have stuffed
Looks like you got a
chickens.
chocolate peanut butter ball, a lemon bar, What is that?
Rocky Road bar.
Okay, ain't nothing I would have got. So,
7-layer
yeah,
bars.
those are hers, and I couldn't resist that strawberry cream cheese cream horn. That's my cookie there, 2 cookies with icing inside with the sprinkles, and that's hers with chocolate chip. So, nah, that's kind of small. I'll let you have that.
Very good.
Looking good. Alright, we are getting ready to have lunch at one of our favorites when we're in Waynesville. The Haywood Smokehouse. We're not going to review it today because we actually have done 2 reviews. We've done one at this location and we did one at the Dillsboro location. So we are including this as part of our day, but we're not actually going to do a separate review. So looking forward to having lunch at one of our favorites here in Waynesville, the Haywood Smokehouse. Okay, we have arrived at the Haywood Smokehouse. Little red building right there. Excellent barbecue brisket. Their brisket is great here.
It is.
Well, folks, we may not be eating here after all. We're gonna see what the story is, but
No, they look closed.
I know they don't close for the season. It's actually 1:30.
There are like no cars here or anything.
Yeah, we may not be eating here today. In fact, it don't look like we are. Okay, well, that was sad. Actually, they closed today because of the snowfall. Now, all the roads are clear. There is snow on the ground, but the roads are all clear. But I looked it up on Google, what their hours. I just thought it would be odd they'd be closed on a Saturday at 1:30. And Google was showing them as open till 8 tonight, but there's a sign on the door saying that they closed early last night. So obviously they just didn't open today because of the snow. So we're kind of back to square one. We're going to have to rediscuss, I guess, what we're going to do for lunch. So we'll let you know when we decide. But it's not going to be Haywood Smokehouse. Okay, well, we're headed back over to Maggie Valley because Haywood Smokehouse was closed. And to be honest with you, we already kind of had our minds set on barbecue or brisket. So we're going to a place in Maggie Valley we haven't been to in a long, long time, never done a review on. So we will do a separate review on this one. It's called Butts on the Creek. So that's where we're headed now, and hopefully they're open. But we're going to go hopefully get some barbecue and some brisket anyway. So I haven't been to this place in a number of years, a long, long time. So don't really even remember much about it. So this will be kind of a new one for us and a new review. So stay tuned. Okay, turning in here at Butts on the Creek. They say try our collard greens and peach cobbler. Don't know if we'll be trying any of those today, but we'll come down in here and hopefully get some good barbecue nonetheless. Look at this guy right here. He's been walking around the snow. Rovier, look at me, bud.
Okay, good for that. Face first, huh? Come here, Tiny.
Do you know how ridiculous you look right now with that snow all over you? Say.
Say, well, get it off
You
of me.
look ridiculous.
I'm cold.
Okay, folks, we are concluding our day riding through the mountains of western North Carolina, through Maggie Valley and Waynesville and Cherokee. This is just kind of a little miscellaneous video of the various things that we did today. Hope you enjoyed the waterfalls. Hope you enjoyed the snowfall and just the beautiful scenery that we have here in this part of the state. So, you got anything you want to say?
I had a really good day. I mean, I enjoyed it. Haywood Smokehouse was closed, but I know we'll be back, and we got to try something that we hadn't eaten in a long time. Yeah, I had a good day. I enjoyed it very much.
Okay, so it's time to head home. It's almost 4 o'clock in the evening. So we're going to head back. We got about a 2-hour drive. We're 2 hours east of Maggie Valley. So we're going to head back that way now. And we do thank y'all for watching. Okay, if you've ever driven through snow before, you know that a vehicle always gets dirty. And our vehicle got filthy today. So we have a car wash in its future. This just opened right here in our hometown of Granite Falls, Caliber Car Wash. And they're offering free car washes through this weekend. So we're going to run the van through there, and that's how we're going to close out our snow day video. So after our snow day, this is how we're going to close this video out, and I'll bet you none of the other YouTubers you watch close out their video going through a car wash. So our van is in desperate need of it. We always take the van when we go up to snow days because it's the only front-wheel drive vehicle we have, and it actually goes better in snow than my truck or her car. So we're being yelled at. I don't know why.
No, she's telling us what to do there.
Okay. So we're going to run through the car wash here, and that's how we're going to get our van all cleaned up from all the salt that's on it.
Yeah.
I can't promise you our dog won't bark once he realizes what's going on. It's kind of cool riding through here.
Yeah, I know.
You just put your car in neutral, take your hands off the wheel, and it pulls you right on through. I like it when the big brush comes out here. This is exciting. Yeah, there he goes.
He knows.
He thinks it's storming. Our dog hates storms. I think he thinks that's what's going on right now. Hello? Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I'm pretty good. We'll do a car wash right now to hear a lot of noise. Yeah, we got him in here too. We've been up in the mountains where it's snowy, so we're just kind of running through here to get the salt off of it. I apologize for that background noise. We're about through the end of it.